like, so I'm like, if I send you this, just know I'm on some haram shit.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq, or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
It's your co-host DanDaDan in the building. We're back with episode 102 of the Redacted Show. We got, I was about to lie. I was like, we don't really have a lot to talk about, but we want to put our content for you guys. We're just chilling. There's a few things we were trying to get back in the anime space. We got some anime talk for you guys. Different news in terms on the Marvel side, and just a bigger discussion on is superhero fatigue a thing. This conversation is circling back up because of some recent news. But before we get into any of that, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like. Please engage in the TikToks and Reels. Follow us on all listening platforms. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. That is where we're most active.
Mm-hmm.
And at the Redacted Show, and at the Redacted Show on all listening platforms as well. And again, word of mouth. We really do appreciate everybody telling us about the Redacted Show. We're at 70 subscribers right now. I'm pushing for 100. We got to 100 episodes. Now we need that 100 subscriber count. Let's get to 100 subscribers. We know there's viewers watching us, just not subscribing. Go subscribers. It's okay. Just click that button, and you'll be first ones to know what we're dropping. But so the first on the list is Anime Watch. Recently, there's been some new shows coming out, and I've finally gotten out of my anime slump. Hence is why we're talking.
Yes, sir. Boy, finally turned the TV on.
I know. Yeah, I did. I finally turned the TV on. Sage, you should be proud. I know he's listening somewhere, and I want him to know I took what he meant personally, and I'm just trying to be better. So one of those shows is a new show, Gachiakuta. It takes place in a setting where, so we have, please correct me if I'm misnaming things, but basically you have the Sky People, which is where, even in the Sky People, there's a hierarchy in there. You got kind of like the clean people who just put their trash on the lower, the scum people, which is where our main character, what's his name? Looking this up. Where our main character is from, he gets framed for killing his master, and then they send him to an either lower level, the pit, where they send all the trash on all this world. And basically, it's a point of no return. No one has ever been down there and come back because it's a
people
far
don't
drop.
know. Yeah, people don't know shit was down there.
Exactly. So,
I believe his name is Regius. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yes.
If I'm thinking about the right
That is his name. Rudo. You do it something with our.
Hey, it's been a minute. I'll be look real quick. My bad to cut you off.
Oh, you good?
I read up to where I read Gachiakuta first, but I stopped right where I think the latest episode is gonna be at, because when I was reading, as soon as I started reading, like the next day they announced the anime was coming out. I said I can stop. So I haven't turned it on yet. I'm waiting till they kind of finish or get farther in the season before I watch.
Yes, right now I think they just dropped a new episode. If not today, then last night. But we're on 4 episodes right now. I've only saw the latest three. But pretty much the way the power scale works, I kind of enjoy this power scale, or just like this power system. You have givers, some people who take care of an item so well that they embed a soul in it, which we know are givers. And there's basically a bunch of givers in the pit, in the South, the dirty South.
The dirty South. They be listening to Zero.
And then we meet Rudo, who then is saved by one of the givers, one of the trash trash cleaners.
Yeah, the cleaners.
So there's a clan of cleaners And in the cleaners are, I guess, different people that are givers, to my understanding. Like, not every cleaner is a giver, but not every giver is a cleaner.
Yes.
So far, I'm enjoying it. The animation has been really clean. It's like a mix of 2D and 3D because they show these different monsters that you could tell were like 3D animation, but in a 2D setting, it didn't kind of throw me off. Story is followable. The main character is likable in the sense of like he's not just a screaming ass nigga, but he's not a bitch ass nigga. Like he screams, but he's learning,
Yeah.
and he's getting better, or like his motive is like followable. It means something. Like his father figure just died because his real father was a maniac. So this guy took him in, and that's all he knows. He's just trying to be normal. At one scene where he met his like mentor or the person that's going to teach him, and he just trying to smile.
Oh, he was like, learn how to smile, dude. I'm sorry, that's ugly ass smile he did.
So that was a funny episode. So I think where it left off, they drive off. Rudo does his little plunger swing of death, takes out his mentor, and we also meet the third female character.
Yeah.
Injin. That's the main mentor's name, the main cleaner we first meet. And then Zanka, who is the cleaner, who I believe is the one that
I believe she's the one with the scissors.
Okay,
I think,
gotcha.
If I remember. I'm not looking at the character list right now, so if I mess up, if I'm saying.
I think you're saying Ryu is the one with the pair of scissors.
The girl, I know she has red hair.
Yep.
You're right. Zanka is blue hair.
Yeah, that's the one that got
blue hair. On. And yeah. I remember now.
Staff.
Yeah, because this next episode should be where he meets all the other cleaners. He goes to their base, if I remember correctly.
Yes. So I'm excited for this show. Again, it's followable. I've also been watching Frieren. I know Frieren has been out, but
yes,
watching that as well.
Preaching the gospel.
I think that is like a show that just keeps getting better and better, like each episode. Like not to the point of Attack on Titan. Well, some people are swearing by the show now. I haven't gotten to that level of cultism yet, but like, this is a good watch. This is a good show.
Yeah.
What kind of anime would this be? Like in terms of like not? I know it's not shonen.
I would say
it's
like
not isekai.
I don't know all the terms. I would guess us. What's the word? Seeing. Seeing. That's like it's like more. That's considered like more mature. But to me, this just is. I wouldn't say a slice of life, but to me, it has that slice of life feel. So slice of life is kind of like niggas just living life. But to me, that's what it more. It's like that with action here and there. But to me, it's the way I describe Frieren to people is it's the perfect anime of like after a day of work, you want something calming. But also, you get a hint of action with good animation. Turn on Frieren, and you'll be engaged.
You will.
So I think that's how I would. I don't know the actual classification of it though.
And then it's like a softcore like Lord of the Rings style setting. That's in the medieval times. You got classes which I think are really cool. Like you have your mages, your priests, your warriors, and like your heroes, which are like a completely different class of warriors. And
then you got the demons.
The demons. Oh my goodness. These are like
one thing I love about Frieren is throughout the whole story, she's chill. She likes everybody. As soon as she see a demon, that switch flip off.
She's literally up the stick. She turned into fucking She turned into fucking the maggot niggas when they come to demons.
She
She's
says,
like, these niggas need to die.
"Hey, what she be? She be Zoltrek,
Zoltrek.
Zoltrek."
And they be like, man, like, can't we all just get along? No. Well, because we gotta think she's been around for thousands of years. So, like, and her master before this, well, she got her home killed by demons.
Mm-hmm.
She studied the history of demons. Like, prior to this, they were just, deranged, like, monsters. Then they learned the power of speech, and that just made them even more dangerous. Because humans, we like to empathize or like come to understanding. It's like, well, like they know they can persuade us. They're very persuasive, especially if you don't know the nature of a demon. Yeah. They don't care about anything. They just want to feed, and they just love magic, and they just want to be that guy. Like, this is why we learned when she was fighting Aura, crazy name, Aura the Guillotine, and just we learned like demons will never suppress their power because they always are trying to show off.
Yeah, they view it as a staple of their
status.
Yeah, like status and like their being. Like, I'm supposed to display all my power because that's how we're built. That's how our hierarchy works.
Exactly. Like how she explained, like how humans, their hierarchy is money and, bling and all that shit. Like, that is mana in the demon realm. Like, if you ain't got mana, if you ain't talking mana, don't talk to me. If you ain't talking mana, get the fuck out my face.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been enjoying this watch as well. Can't wait to finish it and also just get to that second season. Praying I don't fall off the edge. I've been trying to just do at least an episode a day. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, then you can do an episode a day. You got 24 hours in a day. You sleep for about 6 of them. You work for 12 of them. And yet that's 18 hours. You got 6 or really like 4 to yourself. You can squeeze in 30 minutes of Frieren, if not an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Frieren is a very dope show. Once you get to the exam portion, oh yeah. That's if you've been waiting for action.
Because she's not a licensed mage.
Yeah, if you've been waiting for action, that is straight action, boy. 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I'm on the part now where they just picked up the priest, and now they're trying to go somewhere, and then they're like, well, technically, Frieren is not a licensed mage. And she's like, yeah, because why the hell I need to be certified to do what I want to do, which is real. But so then, yeah, I'm excited to watch that. And then other shows I've been watching, I'm trying to catch up on Fire Force. I know they just finished, or not just, they finished their like first core earlier in this summer. I think around like late June. And I'm not sure when that second half is gonna pick up again, but
I think
catching up on that.
I think the end of this year or next. It might be next year, but I think it's the end of this year. But I'm behind on it as well. At least this season, I'm behind on.
Right now, I'm on a part of this season where they caught Obi, and they're trying to give him the Adola bug. I forgot the specific term, but they're infect them with that bug. Okay, and then they got the special Fire Force or the captain. I don't know if I don't want to say brainwashed. The special company one, like captain, like the evangelist. They came in there and basically convinced him through the power of word.
I don't want to say that nigga just a bitch, bro. That nigga just a bitch.
Yeah, because I'm like, how does he just get easily persuaded, and I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
This show is very rooted in like religious tones, and I
But
just took it as, you know, like he's the one where, again, I don't know, you're probably more farther ahead than I am, so I'm just speaking like what
only a few
I was able
episodes.
to warp this, because I'm just like, maybe they're just like, he's just like, you know what, we both believe in the same thing. This is just an extremist group, and we're all trying to reach for a goal. But then
I
I'm just
get
like,
that,
maybe.
but
You know, the church,
man,
them church niggas get crazy.
they Jehovah Witnesses.
Them Jehovah Witnesses. Speaking of which, bro,
With-
side note, there's like these Jehovah Witnesses, I guess, in my area. They haven't come and got me yet. Thank goodness, not good, but they just been I've just been seeing them walking around like in their suits, slacks. Friday, it was me and my manager, like other people from work. We was at this pizza place, and we see them like walking in. My project manager, like, yeah, like they've been trying to go to like my construction manager. They stopped at his door like 3 times now, like trying to get him to be a witness or sign him up to do some shit. And he was like, yeah, don't make eye contact. They might come over here.
Boy scared.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's crazy. Because you know, Obi, he doesn't have any pyrokinetic abilities. He's just
He just work out.
It's just him.
He just
he just big.
he just That's all he do, bro. Flex.
Yeah. It was one scene where they had him locked up, and they were about to feed him, and he was like, I think the guard was like, "Hey man, stop! Like, can you listen to me? Like, stop doing all
doing
these
the push-ups."
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to feed you. Like, come over. He's like, and I think it was so like, you need to, what do you say? Like, put some air, like get some air flowing in through here or something. He basically like,
he asked for water. I think he asked for
yeah,
water.
he asked for water.
I think he was
like, hey man, like I'm thirsty, dude. Can I get another cup of water? He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'm just trying to. I ain't even bothered though. I'm just trying to get fit. I'm thirsty. That was funny. Yeah, I've been catching up on that. Finally, I didn't give in, but I just been so I was able to get Cam's Crunchyroll back again on my phone. I just been screencasting Crunchyroll stuff to my TV, so I'm like, I can do that because I think that's what stopped me last time. I was like that barrier to entry to open up the app, and especially my shit, because I'm not paying for that. So I'm just like, and then I'm not sitting through 7 ads of the same anime game or the same propaganda to be like, get Crunchyroll Superstar, super fan 7 times. No.
Are you caught up with DanDaDan?
Yes. Not this latest. Oh, well, actually, the last thing I seen, oh my goodness. Yes, I think the last thing I seen was, so speaking of DanDaDan, they're on this 3rd scene. We got the evil eye going.
Oh,
they get out the house. First of all, that's like some crazy fight scenes. That evil eye demon is,
bro,
like that.
Insane. When the evil eye got summoned and he started like whooping Momo, I said, bro, Okoro, hurry up, bro. I said, hurry up. I said, somebody save her, please. Somebody, please. And then that episode ended with them kicking. I said, all right, DanDaDan, you got me. I said, I've already been hooked, but now,
yeah,
I'm here now.
Yeah, so that was like some good fight scenes, but it was like he still kind of overpowered him a little bit to like the very end with like when he was squatting in there and whooping his ass in that cage. He was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
20. That shit.
I was like, whoop his ass.
Boy.
Whoop his ass. Thank you. And that shit happened. And then at the end, when Big Worm came out and got sun dried, that was like some crazy shit. And then when those like 15 monks or so, which we end up, so I knew there was something.
They are a family. That
yeah,
family.
the family came out.
I don't remember the name. I want to say keto, but I don't think it's that because that's
a diet.
Well, yeah, that is definitely a diet. You would get the mess.
I'm looking it up right now.
This man really said
yeah.
Diet. But yeah, when the family pulled up on Momo specifically, you talking when she was carrying the worm?
Yeah, it was carrying the worm and trying to get it to sun dry and stuff. And then the grandma came back, and then Manatee Big D's came back and started whooping out. I'm like, 3 fucking ghosts. So then we got ghosts versus aliens.
Yeah.
And then the grandma going to work. Then we got the monk kind of getting busy too, especially when the monk was in there going crazy on the family. I was like, okay, he boxing a little bit. And I'm just whole time like, where the fuck is Okra? Well, I know they're still down there, and then when the lava came down there and all that shit, I'm just like, man, there's no way they killed this nigga right now,
bro.
When they was able to bring him up, basically get saved by the worm's sap. That was crazy. And then also like when the mannequin went in there and like that frame where it was behind him.
Hold on. Hey, when Granny pulled up and she was like T-pose. Well, she wasn't T-pose, but she was just standing on the mannequin in the sky, and then the fucking little kid was singing that song.
Yeah,
that shit went for like 40 seconds. I was in there crying laughing. I'm sorry, I was in there crying laughing. I was like, this is so ridiculous.
Very. And I'm just like, how are they gonna kill this demon? They didn't. They just sealed him. Which was also crazy because when he punched the mannequin, I was like, yo.
I said, he gone already. This man been like 2 episodes.
I was like, man, he's gone. Then it showed like his shadow piece, and then one of them spun, and it showed like the ceiling paper inside of him. And then that's when he was like, oh shit. And then
got him.
Sealed him, done dealed him. I thought the whole time he was gonna break out of there, but no. Then we get the next episode, kind of like a calm episode. We get Momo trying, I guess, really kind of loosely portraying her feelings to Okaroon and all this stuff. Kids being give her da. Then we learn that
shit means something to me, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When they took them out the lava, and then she started crying, I said, "Damn, you got me." I said,
"Yeah,
that was a very good story."
Jeez, this is. Man.
I said she realized, I think at that moment she realized, she's like, damn.
I really do like this man. I do like this nigga. Can't hide it no more. But so that's going on, and we learn that the evil eye comes. So let me know if I got this backwards. The evil eye comes out when he touches hot water,
cold water.
So cold water gets
or cold any cold liquid. It's the evil eye comes out. Any hot liquid, the
Gigi comes out.
Gigi's there. But they say water, but I think it's any liquid because that soy sauce fell on him.
Yes,
but
nigga.
I'm guessing, bro. that nigga said,
"Boo." Bro, I saw that shit. Well, because then I'm like, I was trying to understand. I'm like, is it the spice they did it? And it's like, no, like soy sauce is just, it's not a hot liquid. It's just,
it's cold.
Room temp, it's cold. Soon as that shit got on his hand,
bro,
because the first thing dodged him, right? It was like
the
first thing missed him.
And you see him smiling. I was like, I was like, oh, they avoided it. I said, okay, we good. And then when it slowed down, the guy said, hey, no way. And in his hand, I said, please don't change. Please don't change.
Fuck. Boom. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna get this tournament? Because then I'm like, another thing, I'm like, why is he outside of the fucking mannequin? I was like, this is a recipe for disaster. Because if he would have got on the mannequin, he would still be fine. It's just the Gigi's body.
Yeah. Well, you know, they had, remember they said they like the seals was done at that point. So there was like, there's no point for even you being on him because he breaking through technically. That's why he was smoking so much.
Okay. Yeah, and then at that they're waiting on the exorcist, the priest to perform the exorcism on him.
Yeah, because they said they need people that can like sing a specific song or something.
Yeah, start shooking and driving and get the demon out. I don't know how they gonna do that now with the evil eye out here again.
Boy.
Yeah. Even and then just Turbo Granny, she's hilarious. She's like
Turbo Granny. She was my
Turbo Granny might be one of my favorite. Yeah, she's like my favorite character on the show. She's like, y'all niggas here, like y'all wouldn't. He's basically like, y'all over here not listening to me. Like this evil eye nigga is not to be messed with. So that's some good anime. Some good anime going on right now. Some good eats. Good rice.
Good loaves.
Good loaves. So moving over from the anime space into some Marvel news, more so specifically Sony news. So Sony has been dropping hella teasers for their new Spider-Man Brand New Day and just some different news coming out on the casting. So gonna get some photos of the costume that we see for the new Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day. Trying to find it on Twitter, but pretty much. So we get one of the teasers is like a painting of the suit, and I think the theme song of the movie playing in the background. And then another teaser we get is of Tom Holland, full body in the new suit, which looks amazing. And then he's like, "Are you ready?" So from this news, pulling it up right now.
We ready?
I'm just pausing it right now, but this suit right here.
First impressions, how you feel about it?
First impressions. I mean, like, what is there not to like about this? Like, for personally, I might be in the minority in this. All the other suits he had, I think were like pretty good. Like, there wasn't a suit I just like was but this takes the cake out of all of them. Like, this is what Spider-Man is meant to be, like homegrown, like getting out the no tech, just fabric and paint. Paint in his eye.
Fabric, paint, and low income.
And low income.
Unreal.
Getting a G. Why to say? Because at the end of No Way Home, this nigga's getting his GED.
Yeah.
He's not going to MIT. He's going to probably NYU.
And he checking into his apartment with that one box. That
checking into his apartment, this rundown apartment that he barely got money for. We might see him in this movie work at the Daily Bugle. Or see him do just finally doing Peter Parker shit.
I do like how the suit seamlessly seems like a mix of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield suits. Because if we remember, technically those are like the last two people that will remember who he is, right? Technically.
Yeah.
So I think it's clean. I do like I have to get a little adjusted to the spider suit. I like it though. I think it's better than that tiny one he used to have. To me, it's better than that one because that tiny one on all his suits. That was the only time I was like, eh. But it wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't like no like negative thing. I was just like, it could be a little better.
Yeah, no,
but I do like.
I'm enjoying this. So we get some other news. Apparently, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. But apparently, so the Punisher we know is going to be in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is going to be in this movie.
So is
the Daredevil. I didn't know that. So Matt Murdock,
I think yesterday,
is going to be in this movie. Obviously, the original three friends, Zendaya and Ned's, they're going to be in this movie. The Scorpion, the same actor who was at the end of Homecoming that we never saw until now.
He beat the allegations. He beat the villain. Villain only seen once allegations.
He really did. This is the first time we're seeing Scorpion on the big screen, though. So I'm excited. So he's going to be in this movie.
I believe Mr. Negative is supposed to be in the movie.
I believe. I know he's been rumored. I'm not sure who that would be, but I did hear that.
I think he's going to be the big bad. The big bad quotation mark.
So you think he'll be like Mr. Negative, and then he contracts or kind of gets
different
the
people.
Scorpion. Michael Mando was the actor's name. Gets him out of jail and is like, I need you to kill this Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or it could even be, I need you to kill Punisher, Daredevil, somebody.
Well, because I think my theory is the Punisher is contracted to hunt Spider-Man or the Hulk. One of the two. He's hunting one of them. And
he hunting the Hulk? Look, as much as I talk about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, he hunting. Put that aside. He's hunting a Hulk.
I'm not saying he gonna win. I'm just saying he's contracted to do the task.
I got you. I'll mess with
you. Like we got to get this thing. He's like, how am I? I'm gonna fight this big green motherfucker. Make it enough. Like Smokey said, this ain't enough.
Now you see this red. I gotta go get big green.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be that, and my thing is like, I don't know how the Hulk just fits in here. Like, what is Mark Ruffalo doing in this movie?
Unless they have the Hulk, and I don't want to see Smart Hulk, bro. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Smart Hulk. I'm so tired of Smart Hulk. Give us regular Hulk, or even if he is Smart Hulk, make it more like Ragnarok's Hulk. Because even there, he was coherent enough to talk and everything, but he was still the Hulk. Also, side note, I saw this. You know, we haven't seen a Hulk transform, or since like 2012, I think, or 2015. It's I forgot what movie it was, but we haven't seen Hulk transform from Bruce to Hulk. We haven't seen that transformation. Because somebody said in Ragnarok, even though he transformed, it was off screen. And I was like, was it?
Damn. Well, and then I'm thinking like, even She-Hulk we didn't.
He was already smart. He was already smart.
Well, I'm talking about. Well, I was kind of talking about Jen Walters, but
no, we saw her transform.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In terms of Bruce Banner, yeah,
we haven't seen him transform in like 10 years, damn near. I said, God damn.
So here's what also could happen. So we know, it's a lived-in universe. Maybe the events of Brand New World with that Hulk going on. They're like, okay,
we got to round up
any Hulk nigga. I'm about to say, I need you to go find Bruce Banner and bring him in. Like, he's a danger to this world. Which could be how we get World War Hulk. We're theorizing. You got my juice. We got my juices flowing. Now I'm just saying shit. Because here's how we get into World War Hulk, right? After Brave New World, they finally see the rage of a Hulk. Not only just a Hulk, this nigga was the president of the United States. And they're like, how did he get this blood? From Bruce Banner, the Avenger? No. He's a menace. Someone is like, he's a menace to society. He needs to be killed. And who better than to take this man out? The Punisher, Frank Castle. Someone contracts the Punisher to take out Bruce. Then Spider-Man comes in. Maybe because no one knows who he is, but maybe he finds Bruce in New York and it's like trying to tell him, like, hey man, like, you remember me? You ever did this? Doing some Peter shit. He's like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, you know, my face. So they're probably talking about some science shit. As that's going on, Frank Castle busts in that bitch like, oh, looky here. Not only do I get one nigga, I get a mass nigga at the same time.
I get the Spider Menace.
I get the Spider Menace. So now he's going full Frank Castle Punisher, trying to take out both of them. So you getting the Hulk versus the Hulk and Spider-Man versus the Punisher. That's a crazy 2v1.
Because that nigga should die.
But we know this is Frank. Frank don't give a fuck. So that's happening. As this is happening, you got J. Jonah Jameson putting on the news saying like Bruce needs to be stopped. He's a menace. We need to get him, whatever, and then it just paints this image. But that's how we get Raging Hulk back. Mm-hmm. And leading into like Bruce needs to be removed from this world, or like removed entirely. He's like, after all the shit I did for y'all, like 5 years ago, I snapped all these heroes back. And this is how y'all treat me? Then he starts going in his mind. Then we see a Hulk we've never seen before. We see a brand new rage of Hulk that leads into World War Hulk. Now, how did World War Hulk lead into Doomsday? Don't ask me those questions. They're just theorizing. Don't ask me those. Ask Kevin Feige that.
I did see one theory somebody put, and they were like, what if, like, everybody forgot Peter was Spider-Man. Well, what if like Hulk technically can remember? Like, what if Bruce forgot but Hulk can remember? Oh, Hulk remembers.
Oh.
And I saw that theory. I said, you know what? That is a great theory. So like so it's like when Peter meets, so say Peter meets Hulk and he's doing like the little thing, like maybe Hulk raised out, or maybe he did. He's just meeting Hulk just because he's in the movie, obviously. And he's kind of saying like, oh, you don't remember me or something. The conversation's going and Hulk's just like, what are you talking about, Peter? Or like, I know who you are. Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that theory online.
Yeah, that is there's a theory in itself. Because then I'm like, how would that work, or how would that play? Because we know essentially like Bruce and the Hulk are two different identities,
two different
living
people.
sharing one body, which is the conflict that Bruce has. That's the struggle and the tragedy of the character. So obviously he was able to merge them into one function, but what if it fails? Or it's like he goes into that rage because they're painting him as a monster again, and he's like, all this work I done to erase that, and it comes back. So I don't know. This is a crazy selection of casting, because apparently I also saw somewhere else that Shang-Chi was going to be in this movie. So now I'm like, what the fuck is
he's not in this movie. He's not in this movie. Not saying I don't want him. Technically, I would. Would I want Shang-Chi? Would you rather have Shang-Chi or the Hulk in this movie? If you obviously the Hulk's in there, but if you had to actually choose between them,
um, I mean, selfishly, I would say the Hulk, but I don't. I feel like part of me wants to say Shang-Chi makes more sense, but I don't know. I would just say the Hulk for like the Hulk is a bigger draw than Shang-Chi right now.
mm-hmm.
So that alone,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. We'll see once they start filming more stuff
yeah,
and
and
try
maybe
to
like once we
avoid
get a
spoilers.
teaser, huh? Yeah,
I
trying to
said
avoid spoilers.
at least
I
set
think
pictures.
because the movie comes out next year, July 2026. I think they
Mm-hmm.
said July 31st, actually. July 31st, 2026. We'll probably see a teaser at the end of the year, and we'll probably see a full trailer. I would
Beginning
think
of next
Super
year.
Bowl, probably
Oh,
Super
Super.
Bowl time
That does make sense. February.
around that February.
Yeah, first trailer, and then a month later they release another trailer, second trailer. That makes sense. Yeah,
But I think by December of
we'll
this
have a
year,
teaser.
we'll have a teaser.
Yeah, it'll probably be right when playoffs start. They'll do a teaser, and they'll be like, and it'll be something like they may not say it, but we'll know Super Bowl. They'll have a full trailer.
Yeah, and probably more set leaks. Like I just found a full photo of him with his mask and costume on. This looks crazy.
Oh, that's clean.
It's very clean. This is a funny pose.
Yeah.
Another new sticker coming. Feek would tell you I am obsessed with stickers on iMessage, and I use them everywhere. I use them
he
before I use emojis.
he has more stickers than I think anybody on earth. It will be the most random conversation. This man Data will come into the chat with the most random sticker you've never seen from some random picture from who knows from where. And we'll be all be like, where'd you get this shit from?
I even got pictures of these niggas. I got a picture of Fee. I'm like, so I'm like, if I send you this, just know I'm on some haram shit.
Oh man. But yeah, Spider-Man, brand new day. Excited for it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I don't know what. Um, I don't know what this movie could be about. We just have a list of castings right now. There's a lot of theories and rumors behind it. Seems like it's gonna be multiple villains. I think similar to because the last three Spider-Man movies. I mean, outside of No Way Home, because that was basically a Sinister Six kind of movie. But
Mm-hmm.
the first one, we know the main villain was Falcon, the
Vulture.
Vulture.
Captain. Oh,
Well, there were two villains in there because it was Vulture and it was Shocker.
Shocker was in that movie?
Yeah, technically it was him because it was. I'm looking it up right now. He was in that movie because remember that scene where he like punched him through the school bus.
That was Shocker. Holy, bro. I don't know the last time I rewatched that. I don't know the last time I watched that movie.
So there were two villains in that movie because Shocker was part of that like
Yeah, he's
damage
part of that
control
group.
cleaning group, and that's where he got his technology from. Then in No Way Home, it was not No Way Home, Far From Home. I mean, we know it was Mysterio, but the second villain, I don't know. There wasn't really a second villain in that movie. outside of like the elementals.
Yeah. And the media.
Yeah. The second villain was the media.
Jameson.
Jameson. That was villain number 2. But and then obviously in the third movie, it was a shit ton of villains in that one. You got Doc Ock, you got Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin, you got Electro, the Lizard, Sandman. 5.
Yeah. For this movie, I really want. I've seen. Well, I was thinking about it. I really think I want them to do kind of like a montage in the beginning of just showing him. It don't gotta be him fighting major villains, but just a montage of him doing some Spider-Man stuff, also struggling with life too. But just like a quick little. It don't gotta be no 20-minute montage. It could be 10 minutes max.
I would say kind of similar to what they did with Fantastic Four, like just a montage of him fighting, like you just said, like not main villains, but just street crime.
Yeah, street crime. Seen him done that. Yeah, maybe one major villain that he puts away, but just some street crime, him going through life a little bit, and what's been happening with him over these. I don't know how many years it's been. Mm-hmm. How long has it been
since No Way Home? Probably like 3.
Yeah,
because by that time he's gotten his. By that time he would have gotten his GED. Mm-hmm. Would have gotten his GED, and is already a student at NYU. Maybe then they introduce, because maybe that time they show kind of like new people he's talking to, and maybe that's when they introduce. Well, no, that wouldn't make any sense because there's no Osborns in his universe. I was about to say maybe that's when they introduce Harry, but that would be kind of strange for them not to introduce any sort of Oscorp or Osborn. That would come so way out of left field. Well, because I'm trying to think. Remember when Willem Dafoe tried to meet or find his Harry and he couldn't find him? Or I think he did, and it just wasn't like the Osborns were like nothing.
I don't remember that.
No way this is on Hulu. But anywho, I don't know. So I'm like, maybe they wouldn't do Harry. I can see them doing like a Lonnie Lincoln. Like he goes to NYU and meets a younger Lonnie. Kind of how like they did in Your Friendly Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Or unless there's already a Lonnie. So like maybe they, in one of the montages, they're fighting like Hammerhead or Tombstone. Kind of similar to how they did in Into the Spider-Verse with Miles. Like they had like a mini montage of him fighting Tombstone in there. But I also have a theory about that too, because I remember seeing this still Spider-Man, but like a different conversation. I seen somewhere where Kevin Feige was like,
they can't use
Marvel.
Miles.
Yeah, they can't use Miles.
Yeah,
Sony
told them they can't use them until I think the Spider-Verse stuff is done. If they even let them use it after that, but
my theory is I don't think they're going to let him. I don't think Sony, if they're smart, they're not going to let Marvel touch Miles, because Sony needs a Spider-Man to succeed. As much as I preach on here, they need to sell them. I mean that. I still mean that. They need to give the rights back. But if Sony's going to keep doing Spider-Man, especially moving into live action, they need a Spider-Man. And I think their Spider-Man is going to be a Miles, a live action Miles.
They don't just use Miguel. or Spider-Gwen.
Oh, you talking about 2099? Nah, they still want like of the time Spider-Man, but I think Miles has a bigger pull than Miguel O'Hara. So they're gonna probably take some time to make another Spider-Man trilogy.
Will they?
But it's Miles.
This is Sony. Will they?
They're going to because they can't stop themselves. They're going to make a Spider-Man movie.
No, but I'm talking about to take the time. Will they?
I think. Well, take the time means
until they prove me wrong. If whatever they release is gonna be a 2 at best.
Out of 5?
I'm talking about 10. A 2 or 3 at best. Outside of Venom. Everything else.
Really? I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's Sony's plan. Like Sony's plan is they want to
get you.
Yeah.
They'll definitely do something like that.
Their plan is they want a Spider-Man and they want it to be Miles.
It'll be funny.
Like, you know what? Y'all got time.
It's a side note, but it'll be funny if that Spider-Man Noir show that they're letting Amazon. It's either I don't know if it's a show or movie, but that Amazon is doing. If that whole is just incredible, it will be so funny. It will be so funny because we already know Sony is trash, but it'll just be so funny. Like Sony, really? You let Spider-Man Noir go crazy? Y'all really suck.
I couldn't do it with your home team. So, yeah. That being said, our next topic, staying in Marvel but MCU talk. Unfortunately, the superhero fatigue conversations have come up again. So there is a reporting from Variety saying that Fantastic Four First Step grossed $11.7 million domestically in its second Friday on the big screen, making for a devastating 80% drop from its debut. So this kind of has people kind of worrying, like, why aren't people going to the theaters? Are people tired of superhero movies? This whole conversation again. I feel like this conversation happens every year.
It does.
There's a video of someone quoting this Variety report. Before I play that, Feek, what do you think is contributing to things like this? Because I have my own opinions. But I want to hear yours first before we kind of hear this guy kind of break down his reasonings, and then we'll kind of dissect his opinion.
Yeah, I think one, I don't think superhero fatigue exists. Like we've said before many times on this show, I don't think it exists. I think that's just a way, some term people like to say now, but I think bad story fatigue exists. That's the main contributor. And then another thing that a lot of people do now, which I think is stupid because you don't work for these companies, is talk about the box score numbers or like how much a movie grosses. Like at the end of the day, you're not getting paid. You're not one of the actors. You're not an accountant at Warner Brothers, Disney, any of these companies. Why are you worried about how much a movie makes? Because at the end of the day, one, it's a movie. I'm not gonna say who gives a fuck, but who gives a fuck how much it makes? As long as it's good, bro, it's good. And I think that's one thing that's steering people now is if they hear all of a sudden, oh dang, Superman fell off 20%. Dang, should I really watch it now? Why did it lose so much money on the first week? Oh, Fantastic Four dropped off 80%. Oh, this movie dropped off. Like, why are we thinking about these numbers, bro? Just go. If you want to watch the movie, go watch it. If you don't want to watch the movie, don't watch it. At the end of the day, you're not the person getting paid. Like, that's my viewpoint on a lot of this stuff is I think a lot of people see money. They run towards the money figure now on proof of if a movie is good or not, instead of actually watching a film and forming their own opinion. Because we know a lot of people now don't make their own opinions. They look for these big accounts to say if a movie is good or not before they watch it. Like people look at, what is the guy's name? He's a game creator. Hideo Kojima. People,
Mm-hmm.
it's some people that always look for him to say if a movie's good. I'm like, bro, do y'all not have a brain? Go
Like,
watch the movie yourself. Now, I'm not saying his opinion isn't is it's his own opinion, but at the end of the day, you're the one watching it. You're
you're
not
the one
him.
watching it.
Make your own damn opinion on the movie, and that's my
Yeah,
tangent.
I agree. In terms like there's too many people that well, there's too many voices, and unfortunately, saying this as podcasters, there's too many people, there's too many dumbass niggas with mics that are influencing bad thought thought exercises, or just like you have big names that too many people like value their
Opinion.
opinion as fact or like a way of living. And it's like you just said, we have our own brain, like not to make this shit religious, but we have free will, you know? Like you can go and see this movie or experience this art form and create your own opinions. That's art at its core, thought provoking and opinion. You know, this isn't a sentence, but whatever. Like it is creating opinion and thought. It's supposed to make you
Hmm.
think, and it's like you can't do that if you're always worried about like, oh well, it did comics. What does Comics Explain think about? What does Rob think about? What did like Comic Pop or these people think about it too?
Yeah,
It's like I've listened to those people too, but I make sure to watch the media first because I like that and I want to at least have my own opinion and see if I agree or if I don't, and be more engaged with the conversation than just going off first hearsay.
exactly.
You know. Also, one of my theories about I think why these movies are dropping off is because the I think the theater experience is gone, like it's missing. I think the reason why is because of COVID.
Yeah,
That I think had a lot to do with it. And it's just like with that, as that happened, and just streaming services made it really hard to make families, especially families, like the family person, not people like me, like ticket prices, all that stuff is already expensive, but it's like you got a family or you just got a group of people you're trying to see a movie with.
you
You
spend a
got
hundred.
some areas, especially if you don't live in a small town like I do, where tickets are like $5.
You spending a
You
hundred.
got regular tickets. You got regular matinee tickets costing more than $12. Or if I think, unless you're not seeing matinee showings, if you're trying to see it opening day or at least on the weekend in the evening, you're you're dropping a good 30 ball per person, plus pop, plus movie snacks and
Yeah,
popcorn and all that shit. That's extra 20 ball per person. And it's like if I can just wait and if I care enough, avoid trailers for 3 to 6 months because these, especially with superhero media, they've trained the audience to. They've like conditioned the audience to think if I could just wait for 3 months, it's gonna be on streaming,
I
and
wouldn't even
I'll
say
just
3 months. Some of these been like two,
some of them been like two, like Captain America: Brave New World was on streaming
like a it was like a month and a half or 2 months
about
after.
a month and a half
I know it
after
wasn't
the
three.
movie came out. Like maybe the week or two after. No, because Thunderbolts came out in May. So I'm like, it definitely was on streaming before Thunderbolts came out for sure.
Yeah, that's another
And
thing that streaming service I think has messed up the movie going experience because, like you said, um people already like, oh, I already know I'm gonna see it in a few weeks, or I gotta pay this extra money. But I also think that people, one with what you said earlier, I want to get to that is when people in the comic book space, so many people want to be the first to break the news on something, the first to do this, that majority of people nowadays are going into movies damn near knowing the whole movie. Like you see 100 set photos, everybody in the movie, you already know all the Easter eggs, people talking about, I saw this tiny detail on this car, so I know that means this person in there. Like, damn, why I gotta watch the movie now? I'm going in the
Yeah.
movie knowing 80% of the plot. All I don't know is how the action look. So that's
Mm.
another thing is so many people want to be first to break news that nobody at this point, people aren't conditioned to be excited for movies, in my opinion,
No.
or at least this genre of movies, because so many people they want to watch every TV spot. That's why, like, even y'all know when I talk about these movies, I usually only watch the first trailer, then I just mute every word pertaining to a movie until I watch it, because I want to go in with a clean. When I try to watch movies, I want to go in with a clean slate. Like I don't want to think about, okay, the last Spider-Man wasn't good. This is just me talking randomly out of context. So, oh man, this last Captain America, this last Thunderbolts, this last Fantastic Four wasn't good. So I already know this one isn't going to be good. If I go in like that, I'm already conditioning my brain to, even if it likes it, it's going to kind of reject scenes and stuff. So I think a lot of people need to get, and it's not going to happen. I'm not gonna say it's not. Well, yeah, it's not gonna happen. People need to start getting more condition of just going into movies with a clear head and not thinking about all the projects that are coming later, all the projects before. Just watch that movie and be present. But yeah, it's an um, interesting dialogue to say the least.
It is. I don't want to say it's like dumb because it's, you
It
have
is.
signs. It's like dumb, but at the same time, it's not specifically superhero movies' fault, which kind of
Yeah.
segues us into this video that I'm about to share and play.
Here's what happened, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When you make movies that only make a ton of money and they're only one kind of movie, you begin to get a large segment of the population out of the habit of going to the movies. And then you begin to eliminate the importance of movies culturally.
Yes.
You lose, when you are so quarterly earnings bottom line minded, you lose I think, the big brain vision to say, look, I have no problem with a comic book movie. I have seen excellent ones made. I think Tim Burton's second Batman is a beautiful movie, and Michelle Pfeiffer's brilliant in it. I think what Chris Nolan does, and my friend Matt Reeves certainly did the deep dive with his Batman film. So I know that there are things that can be done in the genre. That's not an argument saying all comic book movies are terrible and they shouldn't be made. No, of course they should be made. The slate, though, the fact that it is no longer broad-based for theatrical by the studios means that they have forced a smaller and smaller and smaller segment of the population to like it. I'm going to make them an offer he can't refuse. And you know instantly what movie that is.
Right.
You cannot quote me a single line from Aquaman.
Right.
So what does that mean? It means the cultural and Academy Awards, they know it.
Yeah.
They sit around and they say, why is the viewership? Why is it going down?
Yeah.
It's going down because we did not make the investment in the broad-based engagement with the product. I know maybe a movie that was made, Ang Lee movie Ice Storm, maybe that didn't make $1 billion, but you know what? It maintained broad-based interest.
Exactly.
So we've got to force it back. And you know what? The studios should be willing to lose money for a couple of years on art film divisions. And in the end, they will be happier.
So there's a lot to discuss. That's just in that. I think I agree with what he was saying in terms of like these media moguls, mainly Warner Brothers and Disney. It's those two demons. You got the mouse and you got the brothers on the opposite side of the street, just money hungry. And that's my biggest fear about these news articles is because like they care about review, like the directors and everyone a part of the team care about the reviews.
Mm-hmm.
The big wigs, like the mouse,
care about revenue.
They care about revenue. They care about money, and they got all these they got all these different segments of things that are bringing in money, and the second it's not bringing in money, You're out of there.
The budget cuts.
You're cut. Batgirl. I'm talking to you.
Oh, shit, Iron Wars.
Iron Wars. Yeah. And it's like on one hand, like it's a good thing because you don't want to oversaturate the pool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just the problem is a lot of these big wigs in these corporations, mainly Warner Brothers and Disney, they learn the wrong lessons because it's driven by, okay, well, how much money did this movie make? Is it going to make $1 billion? And it's like, I do agree with in the sense of, I feel like Marvel almost ruined like the experience of, or like the expectation of a movie in itself, because they think now every movie or every big IP movie has to make $1 billion, and it doesn't to be successful. And it's just like, I think everything else we say, like from the culture of movies now, the impression of movies, or just going to the theater now, when it's like, people feel like they can make their own movie experience at home because they had to with COVID.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of hard to come back from. It's going to take some time for that movie culture to kind of come back. And, on one hand, I think it does come down to, people having to make the hard decisions. But once that bottom line is messed with, a lot of people are going to be pretty, they're going to be pretty hard pressed to make a decision when money on the line. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our redacted rules, because we don't really
Like
have.
it, love Redacted.
Oh, yes. So we only have one Like a Little Redacted. This is an X-Men theme, Like a Little Redacted. But so there is a report from Variety about the casting of X-Men. Casting of X-Men will begin soon. Marvel will be looking for a younger team rather than A-listers to, quote, keep the cost down. So do we like this, love it, or redacted?
I just don't know what they mean as A-lister.
So like,
because there's I know what an A-list actor is in my mind, but I don't know to them what is an A-list actor in that tier mark. But I would say overall, I'll say like, just because I'll say like just because I feel like a few lesser known actors may be good because they may not have, like, I don't want to say a style they already do, but they may have more range to perform.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll say redact, because like, you would be able to sell me if the plan for a younger cast is longevity of the team. If that was the reason, then I understand that. But if the sole reason isn't like a creative reason, it's just money, or just like, to keep the cost of the movie down, redact this shit. Like, what are we doing? I'm not saying there's not any A-listers that
it was for money reasons. I'm not.
Well, because it literally said, like, to keep the cost. It said, quote, to keep the cost down.
Oh, redacted. I thought it just.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if the only reason is to keep just saying it's about money, redact this shit.
Yeah, I thought it literally was just saying they want to move towards lesser known actors than A-list actors. I didn't hear the budget part, the money part. Hey, bro, Marvel, shut up. Hey, how you gonna feel when they cast Bella Ramsey as Jubilee?
That might be the day I'm full DC. Like,
Oh my goodness.
That might be the day I commit to the dark side. Is like, yeah, MCU was dead. Because right now I don't
For
believe that at all. But if that shit happens,
for the
MCU is dead.
listeners, I said
Get
that
out
because
of
there
here.
was a tweet underneath that original tweet Dana was talking about where somebody commented that, and I was crying laughing for like a day because I was just trying to imagine Bella Ramsey's Jubilee, and I said, "Oh God."
And then that's someone I just seen another tweet on here that kind of has my thought going in terms of like someone quoted a young X-Men team with almost 10-year experience, Fantastic Four. And I'm like, that makes sense because this outside of Pedro Pascal, well, because they're saying like, what if you're gonna use lesser known actors for the sake of cost in the
Mm,
X-Men, but you're using big name people like a Pedro Pascal and a Bon Mas Barak and Vanessa Kirby in a Fantastic Four, who I don't think are just only going to be around for 3 movies. Like, I think you're going to keep them past the reboot.
yeah,
So it was like, what are we doing, Marvel? But
who knows?
who knows? And with that being said, we're going to get into. I just found it in our bag. It's only one, but
I have two
okay,
from people who sent me some. So
we'll do those two then. But we're going to move to the infamous bag. So please drop the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, a big bag.
All right, so first getting our bag question is brought to you by Feek Productions.
yes, sir. So first, get our bad question is from. I don't think they'll mind if we say their name. It's from Jordan. He said, 1v1 Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. Who wins?
Mm.
Funny enough, I saw people debating about this in death battle style. They were like, it was a death battle between them who would win. So,
Battle to the death? I want to say Luffy, but Luffy don't really kill niggas. Like, Luffy just killed Kaido. So off the strength of that, but it's like I just feel Luffy is way more overpowered of a stretcher than Reed is. But Reed, he's just extra smart being and like I think can math up a way to beat Luffy because Luffy is not smart at all. But
yeah.
he just
My thing
can
is,
punch someone.
if it's like death battle, do they get all their gadgets? Or do they get their full arsenal? Because if that's so, I don't know how many inventions Reed got. So I do know he got that ultimate nullifier. would that work on Luffy? Could that be his cartoon?
Not if he's in Gear 5. That nigga go
That's the
Gear
question.
5.
Can an ultimate nullifier beat Gear 5?
That is a great question. I would have to say yes. Damn. Yeah. So if he has the ultimate nullifier, it's Reed. If he doesn't, it's Luffy in a landslide.
Yeah, because the ultimate nullifier literally eliminates anything. So Reed could just look
It
at Luffy and
literally
be like,
nullifies them.
Reed gonna say, so I would say if Reed has access to all his inventions, I'd say he'd win. If we just talk about straight boxing, I would say Luffy. Granted, I have not read enough Fantastic Four comics to say if Reed could box Luffy like that, but from what I'm thinking, I don't think he could box Luffy like that.
I'm about to say Luffy.
Luffy made a fist the size of Onigashima. Like, I don't think Reed can dodge that.
Reed doing all that.
I don't know if Reed can dodge that.
Yeah, man.
Luffy
He
got
probably could. I don't think Reed I think it just goes back to how creative Reed can get, because Gear 5 is the ultimate creative Luffy. Like, he can do anything.
Yeah.
His mind
cartoon
can think of. And I just don't think Reed has that level of he doesn't have that level of creativity.
Where you gonna see Luffy bring his eyes back in and be like, "What the fuck?"
This nigga Luffy could fucking bring the sun down and just smash it on it.
Yeah, so I would say if they have access to if Reed has access to all his stuff, I would say Reed. But if we talking, maybe he has barely access to stuff and they fight, and I think Luffy would win. But y'all let us know.
That's a good
The next Getting Our Bag question I have from Steven. He said, who would our DC Justice League look like, and who would be the big bad for the first movie? So in James Gunn universe, what would our Justice League look like, and who would be their first big bad?
So I think the Justice League crew would be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, and Jon Stewart. I think that would be the first 5. No Cyborg, no Martian Manhunter. At least not yet. Like he'll probably play it out like how the Avengers kind of grew in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The first Justice League will probably be like 5 niggas, and it'll be probably those 5 that I named.
Okay.
And later on, you'll probably get a Flash and Martian
everybody else
and everybody else. But that'll be my first 5. And then a big bad that they'll face. I think the big bad will be like Parallax, because I think that'll be the big bad that they'll hint at in Lanterns, especially since we're getting Sinestro in that show. So I think it'll be Parallax, and they'll have to fight that. And they'll probably team up with like the Green Lanterns and that stuff.
Got you. I would say for my version of the league for James Gunn universe, obviously Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I would also have Jon Stewart. I'd have Mr. Terrific. Then I would want somebody with magic in there. So whether that's Zatanna or probably just
Shazam.
I personally wouldn't want Shazam. I can't even say his name. Shazam as a beginning, as a originator in the league.
I don't either.
And I was thinking
that, but that was a joke.
Yeah, I was thinking Constantine, but he doesn't really work with them like that unless it's like end of days and they just need him to figure something out. So I think Zatanna would be kind of a good alley-oop. And then for who they fight, either I wouldn't want Brainiac. I partially would, but Brainiac I feel like would be kind of too big for a first.
Brother, if I'm thinking of first Justice League movie,
I'm thinking low key. What's his name, bro? Atrocitus.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like,
I think Atrocitus
is someone like it's either the Yellow Lantern Corps, which you could just do. You could just do in a Green Lantern movie. I don't think they're doing that in Lanterns, but it's a Lantern Corps, like the Yellow Lantern Corps, or the Black Lanterns. Like that could be the big bad that they're hinting at in Lanterns, like the Black Lantern Corps, and you getting
But wasn't that Darkest? Ain't that the Darkest Night?
Darkest
That
Night.
run.
So it could be something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to think more space because at first I was even gonna say I always get them mixed up, but what's his name? Amazo, Amazo's the one that has like all the league's people's powers, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking that, but I feel like that would be too small a scale. It could be you can make that a big scale, but I think from what I've seen off that first Superman movie, I think they would make Amazo. I think he's seen too small of scale.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a good
Amazo would just be the heavy. Like he would be
I think he would be the intro. I think he would be a good intro villain of a Justice League movie just to show that they're a team. But the actual big bad, they don't have to have no connection, but the actual big bad would be something else if you went that route. So that's what I'm thinking, like Atrocitus or somebody else. I wouldn't want to see Darkseid. Maybe you could throw in somebody, one of the other new gods. I don't know. None of them niggas, but something like that. That's what I would go with.
Yeah, I would say like the Black Hand from the Black Lanterns. That could be like their Thanos level, but like in the first movie, make it like the Red Lanterns, either the Red Lanterns or the like you just said, Atrocitus, or even something more smaller, like the League of Evil Villains.
Yeah, Vandal Savage.
I just have Vandal Savage.
Treat him like how they did Young Justice, where he's kind of with the League of Villains.
Mm-hmm. Like you introduce him in like a politician, or you have the leader, or you have the lead the goddamn, you have the villain be Lex. Just make it Lex Luthor, and he's the leader of the League of Evil Villains, and
go from there.
It's team versus team. My team versus your team. Band for band. Man for man. Who you got?
That could work. That could work.
Because then you got Lex. You have basically the antithesis, like the villains for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
You got Superman Lex. You got Batman Joker or Ra's. And you got Wonder Woman
Cheetah.
You have John Stewart and Sinestro. And then Hot Girl and someone from like their race because their race was at war with another race of people. So to have someone from there. I'm gonna look up Hot Girl Rogue Gallery or Hot Girl Villains. Hoth set. The Anti-Monitor. No.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine the first villain being the fucking Anti-Monitor?
I'm like, so we skipped to the end of the story.
So you're no better than Zack Snyder.
We ain't get Darkseid, we ain't get Brainiac, we ain't get all these people. Anti-Monitor. God dang.
God damn. Ugh. But yeah, so it could be something like that.
Yeah. That could work. Y'all let us know if y'all had to create your own DC Justice League in James Gunn universe. Who would y'all pick, and who would their main bad be?
Yep. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close it out for our redacted rule of the day. My redacted rule is, keep throwing that line out. Because sometimes when you're fishing, throw a line out, you're gonna reel in some garbage. It's okay. or you're gonna fish the bottom of the lake. It's okay. Just get it to shake the hood off and throw your shit back out there. It's okay. It's a part of life. You're gonna throw your line out and you're gonna reel in some shit. But you're gonna throw your line out and you're gonna reel in a big catch. So my redacted rule is keep throwing that line out until you get that fish.
Couldn't even finish that. My redacted rule is, bro, just fucking form your own opinion, bro. Form your own opinion and enjoy the things you want to enjoy, as long as it's not some nut stuff, some crazy stuff. But enjoy what you want to enjoy, live your life, have fun, form your own opinion.
And with that being said, it's been your boy DanDaDan.
Been your boy Wafiq.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fed, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little perk, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutch in the Draco. It was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a